Even though I built it, I know the car inside out, it's still very overwhelming to drive. The heart just starts beating because you just feel the grunt coming through the car. If someone hasn't driven that car and they jump in and go for a ride, they'll come back with sweaty palms. My name's Tony Rizzo. I'm a qualified motor mechanic. So I've been a motor mechanic all my life since I left high school and spent most of my day trying to fix the unfixable. So the 57 Chev, I've always been a Holden man, a GM man, and the movie Running on Empty really got me. It's just like, that's what I want to do, that's what I want to be. Just inspired me to buy one and build one. I just wanted to build one. Put the big blown engine in it and made it look like the one out of Running on Empty, just a different colour. I've got a 20-year-old son and a 15-year-old son. They both love it. I think if I sold, they'd probably disown me. New engine, new gearbox, new diff, new trim, new paint, new wiring. Pretty much built it to how I wanted it. Look, a lot of people build 57 Chevs and go a fair way over the top, I should say, run big 20-inch wheels and four-wheel disc brakes and all this sort of stuff, power steering. And I built the car fairly simple, like a 70s car, just run the 15-inch centre lines. It's just an old muscle car that drives like a HQ Holden pretty much. It's not going to drive like a new car, but it drives like a muscle car should drive. The car responds extremely well. The brakes pull it up pretty good. The engine just makes a lot of torque being the blown small block, and the steering at the back of the blower when you're driving behind you see the back of the bonnet scoop, it just feels nice. You know it's there, you can hear it, you can feel it, you can smell it. The Chevy's just got that the big wing effect, I call it, at the back. They've got the big fins. The rear bumper bar's so close to the road, it looks really low. The front of the car looks fairly heavy and tough, and it's got that muscle effect to it, which looks good. I was definitely built to fix cars, that's for sure. From when I could walk, I wanted to drive, and from when I could walk, I wanted to fix cars. So it just started from a very young age when I started playing with cars at home, Dad's car. He let me have a go. He never ever stopped me from doing anything. He just said, have a go and try. If you can't fix it, we'll pay someone to fix it. So I was pulling wheels off it and checking brakes and diff oil changes and engine oil changes and spark plugs. And back then it was a big thing because I didn't know what I was doing. I was only 10. Pulled the carby off and changed carby gaskets and just learned all about it, read up what I could. There was no internet back then, so it was all about reading books, buying books and reading them and just learning about how things work. It's a 1957 Chev Bel Air, Aussie delivered right-hand drive car. So the engine is a small block Chev, 400 cubic inch, Dart block, cast iron, Dart heads cast iron, with a Wien 671 supercharger and a Holy Sniper EFI. A lot better to drive, a lot cleaner, a lot smoother. And it's obviously automatic transmission, the Turbo 400 with a stall converter, obviously the 9-inch diff, limited slip, and HQ brakes all around, HQ disc, HQ drum, and it makes it a nice car to drive. Well, I was just always taught to, if you start something on anything in life, whether it's a car or a house or whatever, if you're going to start it, make sure you finish it. I built the Chev in 12 months, from nothing to everything, which is pretty quick to build a car. I'm definitely a driven sort of person, yeah. So yeah, just make it all happen and just keep working at it. Don't give up, don't put it in the corner. You start it, you got to finish it.